Take your seats, please. So, who is absent today? Sergey and Ilya. What happened to them? All of a sudden, absent. Okay, so today we're going to deal with grammar aspect, right? I already mentioned cleft sentences with you yesterday, and I found out that you have very little knowledge of it. So we're going to deal with it today. Open your exercise books, write down today's date, the 14th of December 2010. Time flies, 2 more weeks, and we'll have Christmas and New Year. Grammar aspect, cleft sentences. I'm going to write one sentence for you here. You all heard the song. Sure. So, all you need is love. This is example of a cleft sentence. Do you have any idea when do you use them, how do you use them, and why do you use them? Try to analyze this line. All you need is love. Cleft means divided into two. Write it down for yourselves. Cleft divided into two. Well, actually, the word cleft comes from the verb cleave, with the same meaning. To divide into two. Divided into two. Now have a look at the sentence itself. We have two parts of the sentence here.
You need love is...
Yes, exactly. You have subject and predicate here, and you have subject and predicate here. Why do we place it this way exactly? All you need is love. Any ideas? Well, actually, to emphasize this part here, right? So we stress all you need is love. We use cleft sentences in our speech as well as in writing. When we speak, we can show our attitude with our intonation, with emotion. But when we write, we cannot do that, right? So then, cleft sentences come very handy. So we need to learn how to use these cleft sentences, and they will serve you good in writing, especially when you write your second part of the IELTS writing, which is essay. There, if you want to emphasize something, you can use these cleft sentences. So, could you please open your student books? Page 138, if I'm not mistaken.
Page 9.
139, Unit 3, cleft sentences. So, could you please write down the following sentence? Cleft sentences are used to help us focus on a particular part of the sentence and to emphasize what we want to say. This is the general usage of this grammar aspect. Cleft sentences are used to help us focus on a particular part of a sentence.
This one? I can't find it.
It's not in the book, it's just what I'm saying. Cleft sentences are used to help us focus on a particular part of the sentence.
Helps us...
are used to help us focus on a particular part of the sentence. And to emphasize what we want to say. And now pay attention to the smartboard. Right? We have an example here as well. It was Tom who didn't want to come. Right? It also has got two parts in this sentence. It was Tom, one part, who didn't want to come. So first part emphasizes the importance of the second part. See, the first type of cleft sentences, if cleft sentences. So please copy this into your exercise book, this frame, the information. So the way if cleft sentences are formed, it plus the verb to be, which you put according to the meaning, according to your, what do I mean, according to the context, right? So, plus not and or adverb, plus emphasized word or phrase, plus that who clause. Just copy it and then we'll go to the examples. So here we have the sentence. Mike took Sally to the party on Saturday. In your context, you may want to emphasize different parts of this sentence. So, emphasis on the subject, right? Have a look. Can you read it for me, Anna?
This one, it was Mike who took Sally to the party on Saturday.
So, which part of the sentence do we want to emphasize here?
Mike.
We make it important that it was
Mike,
Mike, not John, not
so
Tom, not Pete.
It was, so
it was Mike, right. Here you emphasize the part that you think is essential, important. And then, who clause? Who took Sally to the party on Saturday?
Yes.
Right? That's emphasis on the subject. Now, if you want to emphasize the object, it was Sally that Mike took to the party on Saturday, right?
Yes.
Not Diana, not Kate, not Anna. It was Sally that Mike took to the party on Saturday. Write it down as well. Emphasis on the adverbial. So then, what's important is when. So the sentence starts with, it was on Saturday that Mike took Sally to the party. Not Monday, not Wednesday, but Saturday. And the last one, emphasis on the was the party that Mike took Sally on Saturday. Well, I don't know what they mean by prep phrase. Preparation for the It was to the party that Mike took Sally on Saturday. So where? To the party. The example in the book is also very interesting. So find it in the book. When a pronoun is focused on, it is normally in the subject form. For example, have you found it, this line in the book? Henry Ford invented the Model T Ford motor car. Can you continue reading, Kate?
It was he who said people can have it any color as long as it's black.
Right? So there is a humor in this line as well, right? People can have it any color so long as it's black, but it was he who said. So the important thing to concentrate on here, he pronoun, right? In writing, you normally use he, but in informal speech, the object form, him, is also used. So copy it from your exercise book then. When a pronoun is focused on, it's normally the subject form. And write down this example, please.
Can you read one?
Yeah. So basically, in everyday speech, you would say it was him who brought, I don't know, a mouse into the school, right? But when you write, and don't forget that with IELTS, you'll be dealing with academic aspects, right? So then you will have to write the object form of this pronoun. So it was he who brought a mouse into the school. Ready? Just underline the words pronoun, subject form, underline in the example the pronoun he, and also write down that informal speech uses the object form of this pronoun, and write down the pronoun him and underline it as well. Any questions about if cleft sentences?
No.
Daniel, can you think of your own example?
It was him who didn't do the part of our homework, so let's blame him.
Let's blame him. Alice?
It was today when I flight to...
No, when I came to the class
Yeah, when
late.
I came to the class late. It was today when I came to the class
Kate?
It was me who broke the vase.
Alright. Taking the blame. Ivan?
It was him who catch the thief.
Who caught the thief. Alright. So, I'm ready with writing the example from the book.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we move on to the next type of cleft sentences, WH cleft sentences. Right? So the way we build WH cleft sentences, WH means question word, right? Plus WH clause plus B plus emphasized word or phrase. So here, emphasis on the action. What Mike did was take Sally to the party. And you can also use infinitive plus to, right? If you don't use to, then you have bare infinitive. Otherwise, to take Sally to the party. And then you have to be careful with this verb, right? Because if it's infinitive plus to, then no endings here, right? The infinitive form. So if in these sentences, what means the things that? WH clause must contain a verb. To highlight the action, we use a form of do in WH clause. The highlighted phrase usually contains a bare infinitive or to plus infinitive, which I have mentioned. Right. What's important that if a highlighted verb is in the continuous form or a perfect form, then the verb do matches it. So have a look at the example. The boys are taking Sandy to the match. What the boys are doing is taking Sandy to the match, right? So as you can see here, the main verb is taking. So if you emphasize it, then what they are doing is taking Sandy to the match. Please copy this frame information, then also emphasis on the action and the example